here with Derek Burkholder, who is a research scientist at
Nova Southeastern University.
Awesome. And so Derek, we've heard a lot about climate impacts here in Florida. We've heard a lot about sea level rise and how that's impacting homes and things like that. Can you talk a little bit about how the warming temperatures and climate change are impacting sea turtles?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the biggest issues for the sea turtles is that they come out of the water and they nest on our beaches to lay their eggs, and then their eggs will hatch and leap back into the water from there. So they do spend that little bit of time on land. So they're dealing with not only the sea level rise but also climate change. And so one of the cool things about sea turtles, and like other reptiles, is that their sex, whether they're a boy or a girl, is determined by the temperature of the sand that their eggs are laid in. And so, one of the things we say is hot chicks and cool dudes. So the hotter the temperature, the more females you're going to get. The cooler the sand temperature, the more males you're going to get. And so there's been some pretty innovative work going on in South Florida and in other places around the world that's found that in Boca Raton, for instance, in Florida, there hasn't been a single single male born in the last 3 years. Everything that's left the beach that was identified has all been those females from the hotter temperatures and the warmer sands that we're experiencing as climate change continues.
Wow! So for 3 years there have been no males added to the population, and all the sea turtles are endangered. Are they?
Yeah, so there's 7 species of sea turtles worldwide. We have 5 of them here in South Florida, but all 7 are either threatened or endangered globally.
Okay, so that's really important. And then what about their nests? How are those doing with climate change once they lay their eggs?
So there's been work for 30, 40 years trying to help conserve and bring sea turtles back a little bit. And it's been very successful. We are seeing our nesting numbers rise. Over the last 2 years, we've had our two highest nesting years in the last 28 years of our monitoring program. But what we've seen is that with these increasing temperatures, you're also seeing a little bit of a downside to this as well. So these nests, some of them, where we would have normally had 85% of our eggs hatch, over the last couple of years there's been very hot temperatures, very long drought periods over the course of the summer. And some of our nests, many of our nests, we're only getting maybe a 40 to 50% hatch out because some of these eggs are just not able to deal with the increased temperatures, and the eggs just don't develop fully. So we're seeing higher nests, but we are seeing some loss. And then, like we said, we are seeing this shift to maybe more females in some areas as well.
And the last question I have is, so we have been on the road now and we've talked to a lot of different people and we've heard about some other wildlife and different species that are moving more north and looking for cooler temperatures as the temperatures are warming. Is that something that you're seeing the turtles do?
So another thing it's maybe a little bit harder, and only time's going to tell what's going to happen with sea turtles, but sea turtles are a little bit like salmon. They'll actually go back to the same nest that they were born on. It's estimated somewhere between 5 and 10 miles from the nest that they were born is the same place they're going to come back 25, 30 years later for those females to lay their own eggs. And so it's really, it's a big question mark for the community. We don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to figure out very slowly to be able to shift further north, or is it going to have to be done in another way? And that's something it's really time is only going to be able to tell.
Well, thank you for that really important information, and thank you for your important work.
Thank you. It's great to meet you.
You too. Thanks, Derek.